Right, MSPs, imagine if you logged onto your LinkedIn one day and instead of those thousands of connections that you've slowly built the hard way, instead you see an error message because you'd broken some rule on LinkedIn that you didn't even know about and some algorithm somewhere decided to shut down your account. No warning, no opportunity to put it right, you're just locked out. Now this might sound like fantasy, but it's real and it's happened to people that you probably know. Let me tell you about borrowed audiences on platforms like LinkedIn and why owned audiences are always a safer bet. If you're old enough to have gone to the movies back in the 1990s, do you remember what the trailers were like? All movie trailers back then were kind of the same. There was a voiceover guy with a really deep voice, and he'd talk about the main character, usually Bruce Willis, being the wrong man in the wrong place at the wrong time. Excuse me. Well, that was my friend and channel legend Matt Solomon on Christmas Eve last year, 2024. I was flicking through Facebook, eating a mince pie actually, when I spotted this post. It said, and this was Matt talking, it said, "I'm reaching out with an important request." Remember, he put this on Facebook. He said, "My LinkedIn account has been restricted for a post violation. And despite exhausting all standard protocols, 15 emails back and forth, I've only encountered copy-paste responses that lead nowhere." Now, as the voiceover guy would say, hang on a second, Matt was an innocent man locked in a prison for a crime he did not commit. I mean, actually, really, what a nightmare. At the time, Matt had 17,000 plus connections on LinkedIn, and it looks like something that he'd posted had inadvertently tripped a safety algorithm somewhere. His account was automatically suspended, and what's scary is this could happen to any of us. It could happen to you, it could happen to me at any time. LinkedIn is an amazing platform. I use it every day and I recommend it as the #1 place that MSPs go fishing for business. But its greatest limitation is that it is a borrowed audience. You don't own your connections, your content, or your interactions on LinkedIn. They belong to LinkedIn. You just get to borrow them because that benefits you and the platform at the same time. Other borrowed audiences include all other social media platforms, YouTube, online communities that you contribute to, you appearing in someone else's podcast or in the media or anything like that. The alternative to borrowed audiences is owned audiences. These are safer as you have direct 100% control over what happens with them. Examples include your email list, visitors to your website, subscribers to your podcast, the list of people who visited your trade show booth. The downside of owned audiences is that it takes a lot more work and cash to build them and get something from them. LinkedIn can make a post go viral with kind of no work needed from you, but your podcast won't go viral unless you push it and push it and push it for years. I believe you need a blend of both kinds of audiences. And in fact, Matt Solomon does this. He has a lot of followers across social media, but also has a huge email subscriber list. In the unlikely event his CRM declined to send his emails tomorrow, well, that data is his, and he can take it to an alternative CRM. I recommend to my MSP Marketing Edge members that they turn LinkedIn connections into data in their CRM, and we give them a checklist to do this and some specific messages to send out. This allows them to reach the same people through 2 different channels, but also gives them a safety barrier. So tell me, what's the situation in your MSP? If you lost your borrowed audiences tomorrow, could you still reach your leads and prospects? Oh, and P.S., just like a 1990 Bruce Willis movie, Matt's story does have a happy ending, because he posted a few days later on Facebook that it had all been resolved and he was no longer in LinkedIn jail.
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.